greatest players on the planet, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I must have forgot. Come on!
They say winning a Super Bowl is pretty much the best feeling you can get as a football player.
The Chiefs are Super Bowl champions.
Let's go! Yeah! I love you, dog. And to win it a second time, just as sweet. We've definitely done some celebrating over the last few months.
Kansas City Chiefs at the White House yesterday.
So I've been waiting for this.
I'm sorry. But now it's time to lock in.
All day. Pour it on them, baby. What a turnaround for this Lions team. Hit them right in the teeth. They wouldn't even know what happened.
That's why we love nights like tonight, kicking off the season right here in Kansas City with Chiefs Kingdom.
Let's go now.
It all starts tonight. Time to go to work.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, representing 64 years of leadership and class in professional football, please welcome Chiefs Chairman and CEO, Clark Hunt.
Congratulations, Kansas City. You are once again world champions. What a year we have had together. From hosting our 5th straight AFC Championship game to lifting our 3rd Lombardi Trophy, it has truly been a banner year for Kansas City. We could not have done it without the best fans in the National Football League. So now it's time to update that banner. Please turn your attention to the south side of the stadium and help me count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It is now the home of the 3-time champions. Welcome to Kansas City, and welcome to the start of the football season. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark a little bit. Thanks for having us in. Chris, you want to repeat as a champion. It's been almost 20 years. The road's hard. There's a lot of adversity, and it starts from step 1 for the Chiefs. Chris Jones, best defensive player, holding out. Travis Kelce, superstar tight end, out with a knee injury. So, what did Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes do tonight?
It certainly got more interesting, didn't it? It really did. They won the Super Bowl last year without Tyreek Hill. Now they have no Travis Kelce, no Chris Jones. They're 2nd and 3rd best players on this great team. But they have Patrick Mahomes. And I think America's about to find out how good he really is.
You know it. He'll be hyped up. They're trying to win a 3rd Super Bowl in 5 years. The Lions are trying to win a playoff game. They haven't done that in 31 years. They've never been to the Super Bowl. But in Michigan, the anticipation is through the roof. How good are they?
I like them. I do like them. They had the 4th best offense last year. They won 8 of their last 10 games. Their defense added a lot. They should be greatly improved there. But now you get the world champions. Now you get the MVP. The hype train's over, Detroit. It's time to go to work.
And do it on this stage. This team is so good here. Patrick Mahomes is so good in September. The face of the NFL, the reigning league and Super Bowl MVP, leads his team out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Super Bowl 57 champions, the Kansas City Chiefs!
They are ready for their repeat run. The champions have been celebrated. But now, the slate is wiped clean. This is the night for all of you around the league. All dreams are possible. Here we go. It's the Lions. It's the Chiefs. At long last, it's the season. We kick it off next on NBC.
NBC Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
And now, to perform our national anthem, please welcome 9-time Grammy nominee and 5-time Gospel Association Female Vocalist of the Year, Natalie Grant.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets red glove, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Flyover, beautiful night at the home of the Chiefs, 80 degrees at kickoff. We welcome back to the sideline Melissa Stark. Hello, Melissa.
Hi, Mike. Well, the quest for back-to-back Super Bowl wins just got tougher. On Tuesday, we were at Chiefs practice, and we saw Travis Kelce limp off the field with a knee injury. He is out for tonight's game. The team telling us it is a bone bruise in his right knee. He is here at Arrowhead, but he did not take the field for pregame warm-ups. As for Chris Jones, he continues his holdout for a new contract, but he is here tonight. I spoke to him yesterday. He said he wanted to be here for the unveiling of the Super Bowl banner because he played a significant part in getting that banner. He told me he will not sit out the entire year, but he's prepared to incur fines up until week 8, the deadline to get credit for the final season of his current contract. I asked him how close he is to getting a deal done. He said not close enough, adding he's had no communication with the Chiefs front office for a week and a half, Mike.
And with all that, Andy Reid starts his 25th consecutive season as an NFL head coach, 11th here in Kansas City. For Dan Campbell, year 3 in Detroit, 3 wins year 1, 9 wins in year 2, and the 3rd year begins tonight in the NFL kickoff, which is presented by YouTube TV. 73,000 on hand, game 1 of 272 this NFL regular season. Tradition here, they bang the drum before kickoff. The honor to Chad Henne, retired after last year's Super Bowl. 15 years in the league. That great drive, 98 yards in the playoff game against Jacksonville. Chiefs won the toss. They defer. Detroit will receive. Harrison Butker begins his 7th year for the Chiefs. He'll kick it off. Back deep for Detroit, Khalil Dorsey, making his kickoff return debut. Super Bowl 53, if you remember. So the trade with Matthew Stafford going to LA, Goff coming to Detroit, along with significant draft capital. He flourished last year. Very good and mistake-free football the last half of 2022. Well, Patrick Mahomes turns 28 next Sunday. Begins his 6th season as the full-time starter. Last year, he led the league in touchdowns and passing yards. First time somebody's done that since Kurt Warner in '99 to win both the regular season and the Super Bowl MVP in the same campaign. Country legend Reba McEntire joins John and Gwen and Niall for a new season, The Voice, September 25th. It premieres on NBC and streaming on Peacock. As you look at Kansas City, town painted red as it always is. The Chiefs games, and this one even more special, the opener. Tonight's 4K Skycam coverage is brought to you by Walmart Plus. Come to you from America's heartland, Kansas City. Skycam back, fans back. It's so good to be back with football, and as you said, Chris, no better place to start. And Dan Campbell, who got Jared Goff back on the field with that fake punt on 4th down inside his own 20, something we haven't seen in the league since Baltimore in 2019 did it inside their own 20. Dan Campbell said, I told my guys, this is one of the special places to come to. The football gods look down on Lambeau and Arrowhead. That's the last two places the Lions have played. Deep kick by Jack Fox. It'll be fair caught, and Casey will have it at the 25. Time now for a look at the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty that they are building, and it is presented by Lowe's. Building a dynasty under construction to be with the legendary teams. Why not? 7 consecutive division titles, tied for second in the history of the NFL. 5 consecutive AFC title games, all here at Arrowhead. That also tied for second for the longest. 3 Super Bowl appearances in 4 seasons. New England the only other team to do it this century. Jesse L. Martin returns to NBC as solving crime down to a science. The show is The Irrational. It premieres Monday, September 25th on NBC and streaming on Peacock. And it's nice to have friends. I got a sneak peek at the premiere episode. It's really good.
That's because you're big.
Well, I told them I know Collinsworth, and they sent me a copy. NBC's NFL Kickoff Special is brought to you by Hyundai. It's your journey. By Little Caesars, the official pizza sponsor of the NFL Pizza. By Lowe's, Lowe's knows home improvement. And by the Farmer's Dog, a fresh approach to pet food. Chiefs celebrating their Super Bowl with a parade here in KC on February 15th.
My big binoculars came out of the bag.
Yeah! Woo! Fake punt. Yeah! Aiden beat him badly there. That ball didn't come out quick.
And Dad knows. Dad was 2-time All Big Ten performer. He had 24 sacks in his Michigan career.
And what did he say about Mom? He said, she won't be in the stadium long. She'll be heading in and out.
She gets nervous. She's walking back and forth. Chiefs weren't organized there for 3rd down, so they're going to take their first time out. 4 minutes till halftime.
You almost killed me! You're welcome!
Expendable, definitely. Rated R. In theaters September 22nd.
Big Ten Saturday night, College Park, Maryland. You'll see Tua's brother, Talia Tagovailoa. And Maryland welcomes Charlotte, 7 Eastern on NBC and Peacock. Great to have the Big Ten every Saturday night for your fall. Noah Eagle, Todd Blackledge, and Catherine Tappan, and then we'll be with you every Sunday night. So, well, a lot of questions with Kansas City. One, no Chris Jones. That's a difference-making, game-changing pass rusher. And the second one, no Travis Kelce. How do you think it's worked out so far?
There's been an impact. There's no question about it. No real pressure so far on Goff from just a 4-man rush being out there. Right. And Kelce, come on. I mean, we've watched enough of that. We know what that impact is. But I'll say this. For the Detroit Lions, they're in this thing, right? They're on the road, world champs, Mahomes, the whole thing. Now are you ready to win one of these? You know, they had a great run at the end of the season.
They did.
But are you ready to come in against the big guys and win one of these?
They won 8 of their last 10. Go to Lambeau and the Aaron Rodgers era in Green Bay. Knocked the Packers out of the playoffs.
Maria Taylor back with you. The Toyota halftime coming up. Dan Campbell's been rolling the dice and is clearly paying off. And we're also going to preview the Cowboys-Giants on Sunday night. Mike, back to you.
Maria, look forward to seeing you all on Football Night in America before the Cowboys and the Giants game. Enjoyed Jason Garrett's visit with a guy he knows very well, Dan Campbell. A lot of interesting things in that last drive. Mahomes completed 3 passes over 25 yards. First big chunk plays for the Kansas City offense. And the Lions could have put the Chiefs in 4th and a couple. Instead took the holding penalty right around midfield, pushed it back to 3rd and long. Mahomes converted to Valdez-Scantling. The Chiefs kept driving. They now have the lead, 14-7. Put out of bounds. Let it hit the ground when it gets to 0-0. And that's the end of the first half. First 7 for the Lions. The Chiefs score the next 14, and they get the ball to start the second half. 14-7, KC in the kickoff game. Toyota halftime time. Here's Maria on the field to tell you what's ahead. Maria.
Thanks, Mike. And coming up, we'll look at how early on the Lions took advantage of no Chris Jones for the Chiefs and how Patrick Mahomes is still making magic without Travis Kelce. That's all coming up next on the Toyota halftime.
Game day dip in the oven? Just tell Siri. Remind me to check the food in 10 minutes. Tonight's first half replay is presented by Progressive.
Kansas City, you're world champion.
Welcome to Kansas City. It's the Lions. It's the Chiefs. At long last, it's the season.
The hype train's over. It's time to go to work.
Here we go. Goff, St. Brown to the end zone. Detroit touchdown. Superman cape is on. Scanning, open for the touchdown, it's Rice. Welcome to the 104th season of the National Football League.
Get ready, drop the confetti.
Progressive. Bundle home and auto and save.
End to the second half in Kansas City. 14-7, the buzz from the first 30 minutes of the season. Mahomes, 12 of 17 without Kelsey. Still 2 touchdowns and a couple of big scrambles. Hot on that last drive. For the Lions, the fake punt kept that touchdown drive alive. 7 in the Dan Campbell year, most since 2021. The Lions' first half offense was good as that drive kept going. The other 4 drives, not so much. Look at the math. It has this 7-point lead here. The NFL kickoff presented by YouTube TV. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth. Going to hear from Melissa Stark in a moment on this beautiful night here in Kansas City. Andy Reid, 117 regular season wins. Went up against Dan Campbell when he was a player. When Andy was the coach of the Eagles and Dan Campbell was a Giants tight end. Dan also played tight end for the Lions as well. Second half kickoff with Jack Fox. No return. It's a touchback. And when the teams came out, Melissa spoke to the Lions head coach.
Dan, down by a touchdown. How do you get the offense going again here in the second half?
We got to convert on third down. I mean, it's that simple. You know, we were in good opportunity. We got down there, and man, we don't communicate well. You know, we get an ill-advised snap between 2 guys, and then we turn the ball over. You know, and that's self-induced. We get that. We get the points. We're much better. And look, defensively, because I know you're about to ask it, we're good. We got to contain Mahomes. That's what this is all about, and it always has been about him. We're playing pretty good up front.
Thanks, Dan.
Okay.
Final race of the IndyCar season. Laguna Seca, where it wraps up, and the champion will be crowned. Alex Palou will be awarded the Astor Cup post-race, but still some good racing to watch. NBC and Peacock on Sunday. Well, Kansas City's story, we mentioned the variety of receivers they had, not relying on one. There you look at the snaps they've played tonight, all playing an even bigger role without Travis Kelce.
Well, Mike, you guys were just talking about Jahmyr Gibbs and Barry Sanders. Well, Gibbs said he was his childhood idol. He modeled his game after Sanders, loved his juke moves. He met him the day after this year's draft. I asked Sanders his thoughts on Gibbs. He said, I like that he has played a lot of winning football. Gibbs' personal goal for the season, win Rookie of the Year, just like Barry did.
They're going to put up a statue for Barry Sanders, unveil it next week at Ford Field. So deserving. What a great career. His highlights on YouTube, you go down that rabbit hole, it's deep, and he stayed there for a while. Talk about drafts and draft picks and Amon-Ra St. Brown. It has stayed under his skin what happened in the draft because he was taken in the 4th round. And a lot of big names, but some names he thought he was better than. And that's his handwriting of the list that he keeps with him and refers to almost daily of the players taken before him in the draft. The uprights. Doesn't count for any points. The Lions get it to 25. This NFL kickoff special is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. By Applebee's, now that's eating good in the neighborhood. And by Google, discover new ways to search in the new Google app. Speaking of new, the Chiefs Super Bowl 57 ring. We got to see those up close on the field. And they're hard to miss. They're huge. Cowboys-Giants Sunday Night Football, and that means the debut of the new Carrie Underwood version of Waiting All Day for Sunday Night.
We are so lucky to have her do the anthem every single year. I never want to see it until that night comes. I'm excited.
Right. You wouldn't look.
Like unveiling of president or something. No thanks.
First
I'd like to tell you a bit about my mother, Norma. Kind, generous, and unfailingly positive, she was one of a kind, steadfastly devoted to her faith, her family, and of course, her team. The only woman to attend every Super Bowl, Mom was there from Super Bowl I all the way to celebrating our third Lombardi trophy. She will be dearly missed and forever the matriarch of the Chiefs family.
We appreciate the chairman and CEO of the Chiefs, Clark Hunt, sharing his recollections of his mom, Norma, who passed away, and the patches on the Chiefs uniforms here throughout this season. Special lady. She and Lamar Hunt had a great impact on the National Football League. She saw every Super Bowl in person. Touchback here, Lions to take over at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and apparently she felt the need for speed too, right? Everybody we've talked to said that she liked really fast cars, had a Corvette, and she wasn't sure she believed in reincarnation or not, but if it did happen, she either wanted to be a wide receiver
or
a race car driver.
Isn't that crazy?
That was it, yeah.
Clark Hunt was telling us that about his late mom on the field. You think about the trajectory of the league and what the Hunt family has meant. Formation of the AFL, this great franchise here in Kansas City. And we remember Norma Hunt on this night. Here's David Montgomery, the run for the Lions, and a gain of 4. It's not Halloween just yet, just the holiday that is the start of the NFL season. And the Lions are treating their fans at this point. Chiefs trailing by 1 at home, 5:07 to go. And the Lions taking over at their own 34-yard line.
And some of those players, but watch the reaction now of this football team. This is a milestone moment for them to come in here and get this win.
Not the same old Lions, the 1-0 Lions. They come in to Kansas City on opening night and beat the champs. We saw Buffalo do it in LA last year to the Rams. And we saw the Chiefs go into Foxborough in 2016 and win on opening night. And that announced to everyone that the Kansas City Chiefs were going to be a factor. This has an asterisk because of no Chris Jones and no Travis Kelce. But after what you saw at the end of last year and what you saw tonight, team in blue and silver is for real.
You only get a thumbs up or a thumbs down in this league, and right now the Detroit Lions got the thumbs up.
The Detroit Lions 21, the Kansas City Chiefs 20, and when you look back at it, the offensive line for the Lions led the way. Guys like Penei Sewell, the right tackle, first-round pick, doing his job up front. CJ Gardner-Johnson in the secondary with the big plays as well. There was no Travis Kelce to be on the other end of the Mahomes magic tonight, and Jared Goff gets the best of Patrick Mahomes again, like he did the Rams-Chiefs game. Lions by 1, Chevrolet postgame after these messages from your local NBC station.
Thank you for watching NFL Kickoff, presented by YouTube TV.